Welcome to day 5 in the book of James. As we as a church unpack the book of James for 5 weeks. We're going to stay here for 5 weeks. Verse 12 of chapter 1 says, "Happy is the one who endures testing, because when he is proven to be genuine, he will receive the crown of life that God promises to those who love him. Let no one say when he is tempted, 'I am tempted by God,' for God cannot be tempted by evil, and he himself tempts no one. But each one is tempted when he is lured and enticed by his own desires. Then when desire conceives, it gives birth to sin. And when sin is fully grown, it gives birth to death. Do not be led astray, my dear brothers and sisters." Okay, let's have a think about this. God is saying that he doesn't tempt anyone. But yet this word tempt is the same word as the word test, which previously and later it's used that God will actually test us. How do we differentiate this? The testing of our faith, that's what we call trials. The testing of our flesh, that's what we call temptation. So God will test our faith by letting us go through trials, whereas the enemy tests our flesh by throwing temptation at us. We know that trials lead to endurance, lead to perfect and complete, and lead to the crown of life. However, desires, temptation, that leads to being lured and enticed, which leads to the conception of sin, which leads to death. So we recognize it's like this slow fade situation. It's not like tomorrow I wake up and go and kill someone. No, I get angry. I ponder on my anger. I let my anger go cold till it's frozen with resentment. I plot, I scheme. I've never murdered anyone, but you get what I'm saying. We don't start at the worst possible outcome and scenario. If you love me, you will do as I say, Jesus says. And so really it's a testing as well of our love for Christ, our love for Jesus. If you love me, you will do as I say. And so the testing of our faith is whether or not we'll do what he says in the midst of our temptation. Jesus was tempted, and it says in every way, and yet was without sin. And so it is actually possible to go through life and to call on the one who has gone before us and endured temptation and have his help in the midst of everything we're going through. Okay, there's so much in this passage, so we'll come back tomorrow and unpack it a little more.